we didn't start this yet?
I did right now.
Because let me grab some lip chap. My lips are chapped. Hold on. Oh, my butt is gonna be out because I'm naked from the bottom down.
I wonder how many people, regardless of their sexual preference, are just saying, you know what, let's just go on ahead and get married. This is too expensive. It doesn't make a difference. I mean, we don't have to have sex like a regular married couple anyway, so why does it matter?
I honestly think this is why people were getting married, just to move out of the house. Like, I live with the family, and I want to get the hell out. I've never moved out. I'm going to be 33 August 1st. Oh, and this is why people get married. Like, that's why Jen let me move in. I will.
I'm just saying, friend. Listen, there are a few rules that you have to follow.
I will follow. I'm an Armenian woman. I know how to follow rules.
Oh man, now that's cold.
All right.
Well, the last guy that cheated on me, when I found the girl that he cheated on me with, I looked at her and was like, "We don't need him. Shit, we both." He's stressing us out.
You're like, let's see what you and I have in common. Fuck that guy.
Right.
All right. I do a weekly show or a bi-weekly or whenever I, don't quit. Relatable with Jackie Fabulous, and it's usually, I don't have a cast. I picked a bunch of Black female co-workers and friends, but I really want the show to. I don't want boys, although at some point I'm going to cave. I love the fact that
you have me. You have me. I count.
You're not a boy. You don't identify as one, so
you don't get to decide, Jackie.
That's right.
No, she can't be. She can't spring
it. That's not how this shit works.
She can't spring it on me now. It's too confusing as it is. No, I'm joking.
It's up to them.
You do whatever you want to do, Jen.
Gotta learn them.
I created a show a few months ago called Big in Hollywood. It was heavy in Hollywood. Then it changed it to Big in Hollywood, where it's just a reality show or a chit-chat show about women in the business who are not a size 8 or 10 or 12 or 14 or 16. That whole range.
If you say size 8 in Hollywood is big. It is 4 and under. It's small in Hollywood.
Yeah, if you're 8, they call you plus size in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And if you look at my closet, I wear a size 10, 12, 14, 16. If it's during the holidays, it might be an 18 or more. It's every size.
And I do go through your closet, so I know that this is true.
You're like,
I got skinny clothes in a zip bag.
Jackie must have been depressed when she had this dress. Like, she must have been getting laid when she had this dress. You can see my life history in my clothing. So a lot of us still work in the business or may not anymore, but I just want to talk about what it's like to first question, who here has been skinny before? What's that funny?
Yeah.
Size 8 and below.
Yeah.
I mean, as a kindergartner.
Age?
I was a child once. I mean,
baby fat.
Nobody here has been a slim adult.
Yes, when I first moved to here, I was all juice, no stomach, no. I was I'd be looking at the pictures like, damn, God.
I saw pictures of Kanisha. Kanisha was thin.
You said you were all juice? What does that mean? I was all juice.
Juice is the parts that are enjoyable. Men like thighs, things like that. Like I was juicy, but I didn't have no stomach. My arms are smaller. Like I was very well cut.
Yeah.
What's fucked up when you see those thin photos though is that at that time you didn't appreciate it either.
You thought you were fat.
Yeah, you thought you were fat.
Absolutely.
How long ago was that though too? You got to understand as a woman when we age, we tend to get a little bit thicker.
Man, 2012 to 2010, that's
a long time ago.
That's a long time ago, Kanisha. You're a different woman now.
It's a decade. You were in your 10s then. Now you're in your 20s, girl. Like,
shit, I'm about to be 40.
Oh, she's cute.
Are you about to be 40?
I'm 38. I'm old as hell.
No, you're not. There's some older. I'm the oldest one here. I know that.
How old are you, Jackie?
I'll be 49 on August 12th.
Yeah,
girl, you beautiful.
I know.
We have exact opposite birthdays. I'm February 12th. I'm just.
Oh, okay. Who here is over 40 besides me? Nobody, right?
I'm 40 this year. In a couple months.
You're gonna. I can't wait till you turn 40, Amy. I'm looking forward to you coming.
Why? You think I'm gonna get worse?
I heard that sex
Hopefully.
gets better at 40. What do you say?
I did hear that.
You heard what?
I
Sex
have
gets
never
better at
been
40.
as horny as I am right fucking now, and I am way over 40.
I'm so sorry. Jackie invited me last minute, Jen. I apologize.
No. I'm on the freeway to 50. My sex drive. It's a problem. It's all
A big problem.
It's a big
'Cause I have to
problem.
hear about it every day.
The older I get, it
You need
gets
a
worse
young
and
guy,
worse.
Jackie.
What?
Okay.
It just means you need a young guy to keep up with you.
No, the guy that I'm seeing now, he keeps up with me to the point where I'm like, be careful what you wish for. Like, you know how you wish and wish and wish, and when you get it, you're like, we just did it. What is going on? Can we just take a break? I was never. I think I was in high school. I was flatter because they came out at age 15, 16. But I've never been. I was a size 10 once. And that was when I was in my 20s and I was working out a lot. But I've always seen two numbers. I have one skirt to this day I bought from J. Crew that was a size 8 that I don't know where it is, and I get angry. Like, I used to be able to fit that. Son of a bitch.
Even when I was a little kid, little kid sizes are one number, but I remember being a size 6X.
Right. Husky. Husky.
Like,
Husky boy.
I was always a chubby bear.
When
So this is when I what I was talking about. I was thin.
Okay.
You don't really miss her, do you, Kenisha?
Huh?
You don't really miss her, do you?
Yeah, this Too Short birthday party. I didn't wear nothing but lace. Yeah, I miss her. I want to be her.
Are you wearing
every
dress?
We're showing pictures.
Do those dress have pants? There's no pants?
No, I just wore panties. It's not even a dress. You know them cheap dollar store lace shirts you be getting, and I just put bra and panties and went to Too Short birthday party like this. Okay?
That's all you had on?
And some high ass heels. Yes.
I've been to a couple of his parties too, and I wore something similar for sure.
Is that a requirement?
Yeah.
She said it's a requirement.
You have a lot more fun. I have a lot of fun.
I can imagine.
That's probably why I could just finger you by accident.
Nothing but net. That dress was nothing but net.
Nothing but net. That's probably why I don't dress sexier, because I'm always horny that if I wear things that have too many access points, then I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna be the girlfriend in the posse who you can't find.
You always got your titties out though, a lot of the time.
No, I rarely. Whenever I take them out, everyone's like, I didn't know about those. I didn't. Oh,
yeah,
girl. Mine are always out, even at home.
Okay.
Dear Lord God, this is the best fucking Zoom call I've ever been on.
Now I'm horny as hell, Jen. Jesus.
What is happening right now?
Okay, Kenisha, I've had a lifelong fascination with your boobs. Are your nipples always about to come out, or are they really? They're not.
People think, even in fists, I've been in so many fist fights, everything, they never fall out in little outfits. They always look like they're getting ready to fall out. I dance really hard. They're trained. Like, look, oh, yeah. Nobody say nothing.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
This is amazing.
Anything could happen. They never fall out, no matter what.
Are your nipples like?
Can I try? I feel like this
over
should be
here,
the new
like down
game at the
here?
Santa Monica Pier. Try to get a titty out.
Just try.
I want to try.
But that's it. Because everybody know I always wear low cut shirts, but most of my shirts, even if they're not low cut, they're like, this is meant to zip, but it's not going to. So
No,
I know.
Are you saying that the tension is such that it just does not allow them to pop out?
I have certain shirts where I know I'm not gonna, but it's gonna be a cleavage shirt because it doesn't fit, or it fits that way and it looks sexy. So leave it that way.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I hate is that I'm a big girl, but I've never had big tits, and I'm so jealous of every big girl that's got big boobs, or any woman who's got big boobs. I think they're so beautiful, even
That's
though I know
You
because you can buy a shirt. It's
But,
easier
yeah.
to buy a shirt.
Yeah. Well, too bad I'm built like a linebacker still, so nothing fits around my back.
When
you just get a shirt and then you cut it yourself, kind of in the back, and release the tension. Because
Everything's off the shoulder.
Yeah.
Everything I have is off the shoulder with a tank top. It's the 80s every day in my house.
When did you ladies realize that you're categorized as as plus size?
Kindergarten.
7.
Kindergarten?
I mean, I've been big my whole life. That's why I like going to class reunions, because I'm the only one that hasn't changed.
Right.
Like, I have been big
Right.
I'm
the
smaller.
whole
I'm
time.
smaller.
Like,
I was gonna
Smaller,
say,
yeah.
Jen, you look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do look
Thank you,
small.
friend. Thank you.
Jen,
It's all magic and mirrors and angles and smoke.
but that is true though. When I see all the invites I get to go back to high school or college or whatever, I'm always the one where I'm like, my pictures from back then to now, the same exact face. But some of my classmates, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you people are. I just, they look so.
you know what's the beauty about being big the whole time is that you know how to work with your big. When you small and you go to big, you know them girls are confused. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, they're wearing baggy shirts and shit. Everything's baggy. You're like, no, tighter.
I used to be that girl. I used to think if I dress like Left Eye from TLC, that's gonna make me look sexy. And then when I started wearing things that touch all the parts I don't want to have touched, I'm like, this is actually way more attractive.
I almost had the opposite because I've always been chubby, but I have two sisters and they're like super fat. So I thought I was skinny for so long until other people, even my little nephew will be like, you're so skinny. And I'm like, no, it's just all the other women in your family are hella fat.
You don't know any better. Oh,
and I was like, I'm plus size? Excuse me?
Let me tell you, part of the obsession I have with the guy that I probably should stop dating, but I haven't yet. He thinks that he calls me little. Do you know what kind of a turn on it is to have a man call me little? I know for a fact I weigh more than he does. He doesn't know
you're
this.
not that tall, Jackie. You're short, so he probably calls you little.
No, he's over a foot taller than me. I'm 5'4", but that's not what he means, because you and your partner, you're not standing up next to them often. Usually you're sitting or laying. You're rarely this, face to face or whatever.
It depends on what kind of partner, because it sounds like y'all just be laying down. Me and the fool I live with be mugging each other and staring at each other all day. So this is a whole different type of partner.
Oh, because you have a family.
Well, that's only because you keep cleaning the house in those little dollar shirts with the lace. See?
Right.
How's he supposed to not look? Shit.
I'm surprised you don't have more kids by now. How can a man live with those titties, Kanisha, and you not be pregnant all the time?
The man is not made
outside of our apartment.
What? What'd you say?
It was something terrible to say. I said you should see the stairs outside of our apartment.
Why? Are they high-fiving you? Is that why they're like, girl, you did that last night?
No, because you said, I'm surprised you don't have more kids. And I said, you should see the stairs outside of my apartment.
Oh, what? I don't get it. The stairs that you walked up and down?
Have you ever fell down the stairs while you were pregnant? You try to throw yourself down the stairs so that you're not pregnant anymore?
Right.
Oh, that's some breeder humor. I don't even fucking get that.
Like we're making abortion jokes. And
I don't even.
Oh my God! It just hit me now what you just said.
I see.
I was picturing a bunch of men standing at the bottom of the stairs like they were about to catch a bouquet that you were throwing off your doorstep.
It could be a bouquet. She could fall down the stairs.
The only thing I've
I
done.
like the abortion joke better.
The only thing I've done is the Plan B pill, and I did the Plan B pill before. Now you can go pick up Plan B and some vitamins and some chips in the same.
Ladies, you don't need any morning after pill. You don't need any protection during. You don't need nothing. Come on down.
Damn, that sounds like a good time.
I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna put you to be by after. Come on down.
I love that Jen's just trying to get laid off this.
This is the most women I've been around in 4.5 months.
She's like, I'm gonna turn one of you, goddammit, before we leave.
You guys think this is a Zoom call? I'm on a speed date.
This is like me when I'm on a Zoom call or a podcast. I'm the only girl. It's all dudes. I spend the whole time like, so what's your story? What's going on with you? They're like, Jackie, you focused? I'm like, I am focused. What are you doing later? How many of you have ever auditioned to be the sex symbol or to be the girlfriend?
The
love interest.
What are you asking?
You know what's funny? When I had a self-tape audition, And Amy's like, has anybody ever booked from a self-tape in the history?
I have.
You have? Of course.
I just did.
Oh, good.
I just
Oh, you
did.
just look at you two doing stuff.
I mean, I bet Too Short was auditioning some ladies that night when Nisha was out.
That's part of the problem I had when in spite of the fact that I am not Hollywood size preference, I've never looked in the mirror and thought, why would anybody want to fuck me? I've had the low self-esteem rise, but I never looked in the mirror and been like, nobody would want me. I remember in LA one time, Tony Rock had a birthday party. This is years ago. And I went by myself and I was hanging out, and there were a lot of guys, there were a lot of girls dressed in, half naked LA gear. But none of them were smiling. They weren't having a good time. They were all sitting because of the shoes you couldn't walk in. Right. I came in my little summer, outfit, and the amount of attention I got from the men at this event because I was happy. I wasn't wearing.
It's not even about being happy. Men like the juice. Don't let these motherfuckers fool you. They love the juice. And I'm talking about little skinny men too. Men love the juice, yo. Don't let it. They like the wiggles and giggles.
I also am a juice lover. I also enjoy juice.
They do. That's why I never, when I lived in LA, I've never been in a room full of model looking type women and felt less than.
We know they've always loved it. They just don't. They're just sometimes afraid to say, and they pick girlfriends for each other's approval, and then try to fuck us on the side. But I'm almost 40, so I don't do that anymore.
You're better than me.
I don't do it any less, but I don't do it anymore.
Exactly.
Is it? Am I imagining it, or do white men are they more afraid to admit that they would date a chubby girl?
No.
Yes. I would say yes, because I feel like in Black culture, they mamas, aunties, everybody is juicy. So they're around juicy women. So I feel like it's more open, especially outside of LA. If you go to the South, you go East Coast, like my dude is from Baltimore and is stick thin. He was like, everybody is juicy. Like they grow up around the juice. The church is filled with juice. They grow up in the church full of juice. So it's something they see more, and it's in their family and they like it.
I love the way the word juice rolls off your tongue.
Yeah.
I like to sweat my thighs when I say juice too.
I grew up in Orange County by Marine bases. So my first experiences with men were Black men out the gate from Texas, South Carolina, Arkansas, anywhere in the South, Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, now I'm horny.
They did not care, and they were my age range. They did not care my size, but any boy I went to high school with, better believe it, he didn't want anything to do with me. But
same. And Armenians, they don't like bigger girls. I mean, they like booty, but they don't like bigger girls. And I remember specifically when I was a kid growing up, I used to watch Parkers on UPN, and that was my very first exposure to big, beautiful women. And I was surprised that mom wasn't always bitching at the daughter for being fat, because my mom would always bitch at me for being fat, still does. So that was my first exposure to big, beautiful women. And I've always been told that I need to lose weight to find a husband, like to, do certain things and get a nose job, or like my mom would be like, if you lose weight, I'll pay for your nose job. Like that was her thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Greeks are like that too. I grew up in a Greek family, and that's very much in the culture, is that like they want to feed you. If you tell them no to a meal, you're completely, you might as well spit on them.
Yeah.
They don't want you to be fat. Like they don't want you to not eat. It's this sick balance of like keeping you fat so that they can keep putting you down, and it becomes this thing, and that's why we all end up as comedians.
Sometimes and a little bit of molestation, but other than that,
sometimes families don't know how to show love for their kid without it involving food.
Right.
And then you grow up eating. Like, if I die tomorrow, I'll be sad. Well, I won't be sad. I'll be dead. But if I die tomorrow, I've eaten the best Jamaican food my entire life, and Jamaican alcohol, Jamaican liquor. And I'm like, do I really? And every time I try to eat properly and minus all that stuff, I'm just bored. It's not even so much discipline. I'm just like, regular food is just boring. It's not spicy. It's not hot. The portions are so small. Like, I'm doing Weight Watchers now with some girlfriends, and they give you a bag of snacks with chips. The chips are about this, like the tortilla chips. Yeah. They're about this big. And that's how big they want you. And they want you to have 5 of those or half the bag. And I'm like, I'm kind of wondering, like, if God told you right now, this is it. This is how you're going to be buried. You're not going to gain any weight. You're not going to lose any weight. This is you till death. What would you say about that?
Well, I do have to say this. I've been vegan for 2 years. And when the COVID at first hit, this is a true story. And I didn't know what was happening. Like, I was scared. And they said you lose your sense of taste. And I was like, it ain't no way I'm about to die a vegan. And I went to Popeyes and got that damn chicken sandwich. And my stomach hurt for 3 days. But it was the best shit I ever ate because I didn't know what was going to happen. Because everybody was in a panic. And I'm one of those people, if it's some stupid shit going on, I catch it.
Nisha, you are my best friend. I finally feel seen. The fucking world is ending and this bitch went to Popeyes. You are my best friend. I love you.
Them lines, everybody was talking about the sandwich, and I'm sitting at home vegan as hell going, why would they release this shit after I didn't stop eating meat? Like, I've been so angry, and I was like, the first thing that clicked, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get this sandwich. Fuck it. Because people was losing their taste buds with COVID. I was like, I gotta try it before it's too late.
I'm not gonna lose my taste buds before I get my hands on some fucking Popeyes again.
Listen, the problem that I always seem to have with relating to people being overweight and not being, I don't know, I can't even explain it. I'm embarrassed. I'm a little bit ashamed. I'm also crazy confident and I don't care. I don't know. Right. I don't know which one to pick. And like, I was on the Zoom Weight Watchers meeting with all women, and they were, testifying. And I said, my sister had a birthday 2 weeks ago, whatever. And she took some cake for herself, gave the rest of the cake to my mom to bring back home. And so there was a whole birthday cake here. And I told the group, I said, look, I ate a whole birthday cake. And they were like, Jackie, like, they were like, I was like, what? I was like, isn't it, if y'all can't be real about, then you're not gonna sustain any weight loss.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to discuss what they really eat.
You're like me though, because you eat when you're really happy and when you're really sad. Yeah, like it's the worst food. Like if you have a great set and crush all night, you'll get a Big Mac. If you bomb, you'll get a Big Mac. Yeah, but in between, it's normal food.
Yeah. But I'm more apt if I'm working, making money, and busy as hell, I get fatter and fatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Because you can afford
room service,
anything you want.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in some countries, being fat is a sign of wealth.
Right.
And that's why men look at some of these women here. They come from other countries and they see these fat American women and they're like, hell yeah, I want some of that.
And in some countries, men prefer you bigger. I'm going to try to visit those countries. But
in the US, they want to keep you fat so nobody else will take you.
No, when I go to Jamaica, I always say that I can't walk around by myself.
No,
I have to have somebody who lives there who knows the guys, and because their aggressiveness is a different.
And they love juice.
Yeah,
I got me a Jamaican.
Yes, even the American Jamaicans, they'll just walk up to you and be like, "Give me your phone number." You be like, "Hi, how you doing, sir?"
Yeah, they're very forward, and if you're by yourself, they'll follow you to your destination. They won't.
Is that an option? Can I be doing that?
What?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Can I just follow women into a place?
Yes.
She won't think anything of it, as long as you're being your natural charming self.
Look, everybody's looking for a partner in crime, Jen, but I'm looking for the ringleader. So if someone says, give me your phone number, I'm like, you're the one. That's it.
In New York, they'll follow you with their car when you're walking.
Yes.
I'm never gonna get out of this.
Oh my goodness.
When is it? Have any of you ever had anybody say anything to you that stuck with you throughout the years regarding your weight or your body image?
And this one, I had hit 16. So before 16, I used to get teased for being so skinny. Like my uncles and them guys used to call me Bone Loke because I was like not like really, really skinny. Yeah. So, and then the dudes in the neighborhood, that 16th summer, like everything just bloop, bloop, bloop. And I remember walking to the store and this motherfucker said to me, damn, what you been eating jars of mayonnaise all summer? And I was so fucking because you know how everybody hang out at the store? So it was a grip of these motherfuckers at the store. I had on a brown dress, these wedge shoes, and a little jean jacket. And I was like, damn, what you been eating? Jars of mayonnaise? And I just felt like shit. Like, oh, because I wasn't used to the juice yet. I was just like, oh my God. I think about that all the time. I was so embarrassed, yo.
Really?
So embarrassed. Yes, because I went from being really thin to everything just kind of, and the way he said it was just like, damn, jars of mayonnaise sound fat as fuck. So I just imagine him thinking I'm just tearing through jars of fucking mayonnaise.
God, but at least it wasn't too overly sexualized. You know, that's funny. That's a funny comment for him to say, I'll be in front of other people, but at least it wasn't like, you know, damn, I want to fuck you now with that big old face. You know what I mean? Like that would have been so much worse.
He was commenting on how thick you were, so there was humor in that. But I get what
he left it. It didn't feel like it.
But they shouldn't say anything. Just don't say anything.
Girl, that's for sure.
No.
I love.
Come on, Crystalia.
I love your post, Amy. You're like, the good part about these masks is that now men don't ask you to smile.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in New York, they just ask me to take the mask off. They just say, let me see your face. I'm like, no. I'm like, so you guys just don't get the hint. Y'all don't watch the news. You don't read Twitter. You can't, and they don't, by the way. Some of these thugs that be in the street, they're not watching. They don't know what's going on in this whole, like, women don't do that world. They still live in the world of grab you by the arm. I want to talk to you right now. Yeah. Anything stuck with you over the years?
I was gonna say I got a little bit of a reverse kind of thing. Like I was around some smaller women comedians, and we were all talking about comedy, and they were like, now they only want to cast big fat black women. Like I mean, and you know, I guess yeah, and I was like, and then one of them looked at me and was like, you know, like now the thing is, you know, hiring people that look like you. Like I should be. Like, this is my time. This is my season because I'm fat and black. And like, I was like,
I hope you ate that bitch. I hope you ate her fucking whole.
And you know, but you know what's so messed up about being a big girl too? You know, these little bitches will say something, but if you get aggressive with them, now you're the aggressive, you know, big girl. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're body shaming. I got told that. I got told by a skinny bitch I body shamed her. And I was like, sit your fucking skinny ass down. If that's what it's called, I'm glad it has a name. Let's get started. Like I'm fucking around with these people. I had a very similar situation to Kanisha's, but mine was kind of reverse. I sadly was about 100 pounds heavier than this about 8 years ago. And I lost 100 pounds. I just stopped eating carbs and I lost 100 pounds. A teardrop in the ocean, clearly. But I mean, I was thinner, and this guy saw me and he goes, oh my God, what did you do? And I was like, you know, I stopped eating bread. And he was like, fuck, how much bread were you eating?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
A lot.
And it was really,
it
really did make me be like, well, fuck, asshole. Like, you know? So.
But losing 100 pounds is amazing.
Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, that's so
crazy.
Only
like, it's almost never appropriate to say anything because I'll have times where I'm like at my top weight and people will be like, did you lose weight? I'm like, no, I'm just happy and I'm wearing clothes that fit me good. Like, just say you look nice or whatever the fuck.
I get that a lot from male comic with their compliment. I'm like, all I did was I'm not wearing a jacket. That's all. There's nothing.
Right.
Nothing changed.
My favorite thing as a big girl to hear is, you're pretty for a fat chick.
Yeah.
Like,
I would stab somebody with a knife in their throat.
Or sometimes I get the real rude dudes and they'll be like, I'll take your big ass down. I'll be like, what?
Yeah, look, I'm not coming after you. Why do you have to take me down?
It's not kidnapping weight. Good luck, sir. Try
it. Sound like you're a linebacker and you're playing against him. You're like, sir, nobody wants any problems. I don't want you to take me down.
I think one thing that annoys me too is, well, not really, I understand it and I've used it on stage. I've said it before, but when people find out I just now had a baby, they're like, damn, we thought you been had kids. And I know what the fuck they mean by that. Because I always say I had a Mother's Day body for a long time. So people be like, damn, that's your first kid? I'd be like, yeah, this fat is alcohol weight. Fuck you.
But now
I've been eating my shame, bitch.
That's why it should be easier now to really clap back, because like Amy said, you really shouldn't say anything. How do you clap back? How do you clap back, Mary, when it's your family? I feel like your family is the one that'd be wanting to clap back.
Oh, because I got dirt on them. I know their weaknesses and I go after them.
Really?
My dad is on his second marriage. Shit. My mom did time. Something, but you know, she had the audacity to tell me I'm the disgrace of the family because I'm obese. Bitch, are you serious? You stole my social security number. You are the disgrace. Yes, I don't care. I'm putting this shit on blast. I don't care. I had to pay money to the IRS at the age of 20 because of her. Okay, like, and so because I know things about them, so I just and Armenians are very like prideful people, so they don't talk about their problems. They're perfect. Yeah. But then, like, when you lift the rug, there's all this shit, and I just bring it out. I just dust that rug in their face to make sure I know, you know. So
those are nice rugs too. Those are
expensive rugs.
Yeah.
They better leave you alone. I'm like, I don't even care what she do. I'm not
You know what's funny is that we all have ammunition. Like I do. Like my father died 3 years ago, and of course he's held in this regard like he was Martin Luther King Jr. And I'm like, and back of my head, I'm like, you know, he did some shit too. Like he wasn't, but God forbid, because you know you can't, because they would all be like the shame of mostly people who aren't born in America. They're very like, look, whatever our problems are, we don't discuss them with anybody. So that's a good comeback.
Americans, we put our shit on Facebook. So my baby father, we be putting all our business on social media.
How old is your little girl? I never told you how beautiful she is.
Oh, thank you. 15 months.
Ooh, I remember when you got pregnant.
Oh, you're still counting months. Dang.
I know.
When you gonna stop counting months, Kanisha? When you gonna stop?
Two.
Did you start telling her she's fat yet? You gotta start early.
I love you, Amy. Desensitize her to all this bullshit now.
She's a vegan baby, hella alkaline, so I'm sure she'll be in hella better shape.
You are not giving that baby any meat.
No, her dad's a Dr. Sebian, so she's all herbs and vitamins and all type of shit. So
holy shit.
Yeah.
Don't let her stay with her grandparents because they gonna give her anything they want. That's how grandparents are. They don't care about your damn diet. That baby gonna have pork and beans.
They're gonna be a Vienna sausage in each hand. Just
You know what's interesting though about my whatever insecurities about my body? I don't enjoy dating or entertaining guys that are overweight. Is that hypocritical?
Oh no, I don't.
Oh wait, I have a great story about this, y'all.
Yes.
I have only in the past dated skinny bitches. This is just what has happened.
Yeah.
And
you
recently, I reconnected with a girl who I had been with. I mean, I kissed her on a pool table when we were both like 22, and we both just like reconnected.
Yeah.
And so in my head, she's still 22, right? And she got here and clearly she'd had some babies. And she was still smaller than me, but a heavy girl. And I thought I wasn't gonna be able to get into it, and y'all, I fucking got way into it. There was a lot there. You know what happened? I feel like there was a lot of like, this is what my body looks like. I'm gonna love on this shit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I had a little transformation there about me.
Dang.
Just not having sex with this bigger girl.
You learned about you learn what you like by touching it on her.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. I was like, oh, this is, because you always have that. I always have that. When I'm with someone smaller than me, I'm always like, am I even attracted to them, or are they just like really into me because I'm fucking cool? Like, is this body thing really happening, or are we just kind of going through motions? And hesitant about that. But after like being on the other side of it, I was like, no, this is fucking nice. This is good. Everything feels like a titty. I love this. This is fantastic.
Just recently, I had been with the dude that worshipped my entire body, just like worship from head, and I'd never experienced that, and I was like, holy shit. And he's from South, so
yes,
like, you need to go to the South, like you're in the wrong state basically. Like, but
it's hard in California. I've been in Alabama just for a little while, and I can't even get out the store. These South
I know they down there eating you up. Oh
yeah,
my
it's serious. Like in LA, I could be I could try my hardest, and it's like, bloop.
I'm just saying, I lived in LA 20 years. I had sex maybe 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some other shit to that though, because you're also a comic, and these boys just get so intimidated.
They do.
I've dated some fat dudes, and my boyfriend now is, you've seen him. He's like a 3rd grader with a skinny body. But I think logistically, fat dudes are just worse at like making it. You gotta like be clean.
Two insecurities going together, I feel like.
Well, yeah, that's another thing, but like they don't know how to always clean their bodies and wear clothes that fit. You know what I mean? So just like, I don't know. But the fat dudes I've dated have been very good at that shit. So I had a friend who, Ian Carmel used to have a joke that he thought he would always date fat women, and then that having sex was like trying to get with a fat woman when you're fat was like trying to get your key in the lock when you're drunk.
Oh.
Like they just couldn't. Could barely fuck.
We're all getting a visual. Like that's hilarious, actually.
So there's like some physical logistics involved too, but
the problem
we both can't be weaving.
I don't want to do all the work.
Yeah, right.
When you have a big dude, you have to do all the work. Big dudes want you to get on top and all that. And I'm like, no, I'm tired too.
That's what I we can.
My last boyfriend, serious on and off, was I feel bad talking about him on social media because I know people can figure it out. Really big guy, biggest ever. But everything else about him was fantastic. Beautiful, good-looking face. Not butt. He was an attractive man, just bigger than I would like him for him to have been. And there were problems that I was noticing to do with his hygiene. And I would tell him about it, but it's hard to tell somebody you love and care about stuff like that. Yeah. It hurts your soul. You're like, I don't know how to bring it up. I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm putting him down. Like I'm very cognizant of, and I shouldn't be all the time, but I never want to hurt a dude's feelings if I like him,
You don't just start having sex in the shower.
What?
Like, put some Lysol wipes by the bed, and then when you go down the
Lysol wipes,
wipe under that belly.
No, we didn't live together, and he was very particular about his bathroom, so I couldn't even jump in the shower when he was in there and be like, "Look, all right, car wash time. We're washing everything down together." So I couldn't even do that. So part of what made me get turned off from him is that the sex was becoming work, meaning we couldn't do doggy style.
Oh no.
There's no way.
No relationship. It's over.
And wait,
Kanisha, I'm learning so much.
Jackie, why? Because of the belly situation?
No. Yeah, I mean his belly was way bigger than I could ever explain.
You better put his ass in a girdle.
He's supposed to put it on your booty when you.
No, and it doesn't matter what size the girl is. We could get that whole spread open and ready for anybody to enter.
I could lift it.
Yeah.
There's no wall. There's no deterrent. There's nothing blocking us when it's time for doggy style. And he wasn't a small. He didn't have a small penis, but it just couldn't. And I was like, you know what? This is why we're not gonna make it because I love doggy style, and if we can't, this is not gonna get any
Yeah, because you can text while you're getting fucked. It's great.
And oh my god, answer emails, hilarious.
I have never done that.
I'm so disappointed and disgusted. I mean, there's no like. I would have ended it the first time it didn't happen. Like, this ain't.
Well, no, it was happening, but then he was kind of gaining weight, and I was kind of like, I just can't. I'm not satisfied, and I don't want to cheat on him. Like, I'll leave you before I cheat. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? I have to leave because
You're
I'm about to cheat.
You're a better woman than me, Jackie.
Why? Well, you would have cheated?
Oh yeah, I'm the worst. I'm horrible. I've never brought anybody home to meet my parents. I'm a liar and a cheat.
Oh,
why?
my friend.
Because we gotta treat them like they treat us, Jackie.
Come on now.
Oh, God.
You know, I feel like I know that love at first sight kind of thing. You know, that feeling, that instant chemistry. I know when I feel that with somebody, and it may or may not ever be a relationship, but I like that instant.
I love these hoes. I don't even know how I got here. We met at the beach, and now I got a baby. But I love these hoes.
Don't get me wrong. I'm capable of all that behavior, but I just feel like it always comes back and bites me in the ass. That karma always comes back. If I blatantly decide fuck this guy, I'm going to fuck around on him. Something will happen. I'll get an STD. Something bad will happen to me because I've tried and then I got burnt.
You just put it in the universe. Don't put it in the universe.
No, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not.
No, you don't gotta cheat. You just gotta go. That's it. Just go. I'll be going.
I just leave.
But Jackie, you leave, try to fuck around with somebody else, and then if it doesn't work out, you go back. So it's not technically cheating.
Yeah, well, that's not cheating.
We were broken up for 2 days.
Yeah,
we were on a break.
And my whole life is we were on a break. Why are you tripping?
I guess boys fall for that. Girls don't. Girls don't fall for that shit.
Jen, do you find women to be insecure, the ones that you end up dating, about their bodies and their weight?
I do like a good girl with a good body issue. No, I think that I'm also drawn to confident women. So the people I've been with haven't been too body conscious, especially not in bed. The body consciousness you get is like when they're putting on clothes to go somewhere and they're like, pants never look right on me. Look at this. And I want to hit them. I want to take their little heads, smash them against the wall.
See, with that, I would think it would be hard to date women because men, they're not looking for the shit that we know that's there. But I feel like dating another woman, they already know like our insecurities, so they can see it with men to the shit that men aren't paying attention to. So that would always make me nervous. Like, damn, she know about, all the tricks of the trade. Men don't be knowing. It would be hard to arm. Because like when I got pregnant, right when I found out, I finally stopped sucking in. And so he just thought the baby was growing hella fast, and I was just like, yeah. But I have finally stopped sucking in.
How were you sucking in? Weren't you together for a minute before you had a baby?
About a year. Yeah.
You were sucking in for a year?
Hell yeah. And I have I'm always sucking in. That's why another good thing about my boobs, it distracts from the rest of my weight. So my titties are always out. They never make it past the boobs. So yeah, I've been sucking in. I did not stop sucking in until I had the baby. And then I blamed all my stretch marks that he never seen on the baby. He don't even know I've had these for a very long time. Like, damn, look what the baby did. Like,
You blame it on the baby.
I never understand this. You're beautiful, Kanisha. I'm always surprised when women as beautiful as you have all these insecurities. We're all gorgeous.
I was about to say, I'm looking at all of you women going,
I know, we're all dimes. What's funny is that in New York, on the East Coast, I'm a dime. In LA, I'm a bag of change.
I'm like, I'm a 4.2 in LA, but in Texas, my ass a 10.
I have a joke where I'm like, in LA, I'm probably a 5, maybe a 5.5. But in New York, I'm a 11. In Jamaica, I'm a 58.4. And I'm like, I got that, that international self-esteem thing going on.
If you really want your self-esteem pop and go visit somebody in jail, you'll be 1,000 up in that bitch.
For real. I've done that.
I love going to visit my brother.
I used to work in the jail, and the walk to where I had to go, the walk along like your head, and then you remember, when's the last time they seen a pussy? It don't matter. You enjoy that shit as you walk down the hallway. And then
I'm more insecure with women being attracted to me than I am with men.
You are?
I feel like men are easily fooled. You could lure them in with just a glance or whatever. But for me, it's harder for me to attract women in that same way.
Are you bisexual now, Sharon? That new?
Well, it's not new. It's just not something I really ever talk about. Like I'm bisexual. I don't label it.
You're fluid. You're fluid.
I've had I'd say I've had like probably 20 or so non-sexual monogamous relationships with women. You know, because women get jealous.
That's just called friendship. What are you talking about?
It was like deeper than that, though. You know what I mean? But maybe it didn't get sexual with the majority of them. On not that I didn't want it to, but But for the most part, I date men. I do date women though too. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Good for you.
I thought I was bisexual once.
That's on stage.
What'd you say?
I had a girl one time tell me she was pansexual, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm potsexual." This is gonna go.
We belong
awesome.
together. Pat, pan.
I said, "Pans, let's do this."
It's easier to trick a dude than it is to trick a girl, but I've scored some really beautiful women, and that's why I think I'm like, oh wait, I gotta. Maybe those were just diamonds in the rough, and I just left them.
I think it's easier for me to attract women. Women are attracted to me, like to the point where I'm kind of like, even if I am in that world, I haven't announced it yet. Like they just come for it, especially after shows.
Especially the date spot on the Thursdays. Remember when it would be the lesbian on the Thursdays? That shit, they would be trying to get you. Yeah.
Where was this?
At the J
spot. They would be in there looking good.
You know why? Because lesbians appreciate fucking talent. Lesbians appreciate smarts. I'm not just looking at how beautiful you are, Jackie. You're a full fucking package. That's why I'm coming at you.
See?
Oh.
But the women on the road also they get inappropriate. And they
hate that.
And they think because you're a girl, they're like, girl, wait. I'm like, no. You don't get to grab my titties the same way he's not allowed to. It's the same rule.
Trying to meet
you know what? That has happened to me. One of our gay comedian girls just walked up to me and grabbed both my titties, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. Like usually I would hit somebody, but we were at work. So I was like, what do I do? Like
that's not okay.
You're right, Jackie. You're right.
You ain't Louis C.K. Don't be grabbing on my titties.
No, I've checked many a woman on the road. Like you don't touch anybody. What's
right.
Anyone.
Damn, I must not be appealing to women.
How many? Well, why do you think that? Do you go places that are predominantly chicks and they don't come up to you?
I have. Well,
I can say this, Sharon, as a lesbian, I would not read you for anything other than a straight girl.
Really? Oh, that's because I have my glasses on in the
But that's probably also why they don't approach you. Girls go for what they think they can get. If they don't even think you're on their team.
Oh.
Because clearly men don't have that thinking. Men are like, I can have anything.
Men are like, oh my
God,
no
one tells them, no, you cannot.
Yeah, and also I think women are like, there are women that I'm totally fucking attracted to, and I don't care what you are. If I want to go out with you, I'll ask you out.
Yeah. Right.
But there are people that will read that and get so weirded out by it, or because they never thought about it or whatever, that it will affect how you're able to interact with them in the future. So sometimes if you don't want to fuck something up because you don't know what they're like or what they can accept, you just kind of dance around things. So
that happens to me with a lot of dude comedians. When I don't want to date them and I don't like them, their attitude totally changes towards me. I'm not the homie no more.
Right.
And it's like, damn, if I don't like you, I don't like you. You know what I mean? Like they hate that. Men hate to be rejected, and I reject all the male comedians.
You bruise their little egos. They have little tiny peckers. They're all like that big.
One, you're funnier than them. Two, you're way more attractive than them. That little insecure asses are gonna be so sad if you reject.
They hate to get turned down by big girls too, because they think like, we can just decide like
they think they're doing you a favor.
You're disgusting, dude.
It's only because I've been doing stand-up for so long where I get that less. But if they don't know that I'm a comic and know who I am at all, if a hot guy kicks it and I'm like, no, I'm good. The look of surprise on their face.
Right.
Do you guys remember Jenny Jones?
Of course.
Jenny Jones. Okay. So when I was in like 6th grade, my mom took me to a comedy show and the comedian was Jenny Jones. And she only let women into the showroom. It was an all-girl comedy show that Jenny Jones was the headliner. And I will never forget this. I was like 12 years old. I had no business even being in that room. And her joke was that a guy asked her to dance. And she says, no, thank you. And he says, what are you, a lesbian? And she goes, what are you, the alternative? And I have, my whole life I've thought, oh my God, that's so true. Like, it resonated with me. And Jenny Jones isn't a lesbian, I don't think. But I mean,
or a comedian.
I've had a lot of guys call me a lesbian because I wouldn't talk to them.
That's where she started, Amy.
Loved it. So good.
It happens a lot.
I gotta play it off like really sweetly too. My thing is, oh, you so wild, and I just kind of, because I know once you give them the ultimate no, it cuts off a lot of opportunity. I'm telling you, I have gotten so much money and so many shows for just the hint of, you know what, if I try a little bit harder, and you so wild, why you are so silly? I'm like, I'm not playing. You know, you play. I've learned this game of this circle because I know how vicious it can get once you are like, yo, stop. And some people I have had to cuss out, but especially like people that are at a higher level, I've had some serious incidents with, and it's just like, God damn. But if you say something, they have the ability, especially pre-social media, to really hurt your career because so many people love and adore them. Like, it's a hard balance to try to.
We should just name names right now.
Because
name names.
Because you wanna let them know that you ain't about that life, but then you're like, but if I put this popular comic down, maybe borderline famous, will that fuck up what I'm trying to do? So you gotta reject them in a way where they don't feel.
I'm not talking about popular. I'm talking about all the way famous, and then you're like household names, and you're just like I'm gonna
Short.
No, I love Short. Oh, to death. I love them. No, not I'm talking about comedians. Yeah, so it's a weird space to be in.
Yeah, I'm like, you have to learn how to let them down easy where you don't bruise their ego.
Yeah.
You have to.
But
like,
would
you
you
have to
do
put
that?
it on this,
Would
like,
you do that
I
with
couldn't
a
take being
comedian?
with you, or you have to.
Would you do that with a comedian that wasn't more famous, with a comedian that was on the same level as you, if they were giving you that vibe?
Sometimes you just don't want to have the fight, and it's just like, I don't even want to deal with you and your little ass ego.
Yeah.
So then, you try to be cute about it, and like, I mean, even with men on the street, sometimes it's like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want to cuss you out, but I just don't want to deal with what you're gonna do after.
It's safer because you really don't know what man will snap.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know who's gonna be like, oh, really? And then next thing you know, you're in the news the next morning.
Wait, have you guys ever got turned down to men and they said, whatever, fat bitch?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So many times.
All the time.
So many times.
I get fat bitch and I get fat bitch and lesbian. Oh, lesbian bitch.
But I was fat for you walked up over here. Now ugly, all that shit.
I've had the opposite with trolls online where it'll start with fat cunt and then I'll be like, what is going on with you? Like, every once in a while I'll engage. Usually I'll just block, but I'll be like, what is happening? Like, what led you to say that to me or whatever? And then by the end of the exchange, they'll ask me out.
Yeah, a dick pic at the end of that one.
That's what that movie is about. That Invisible Man. Did you see that movie?
No.
Oh no!
I'm like, oh, is this the story I'm going to tell our grandkids? Like, your dad called me a fat cunt.
Not Invisible Man. The Hulu show. What's the show with 80 Bryant? She had that internet troller.
Shrill. Yeah.
Trill. She had the internet troller who was talking shit about her. She found him. And when she finally got to him, he was like,
spoiler alert.
And she's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But that can happen too.
So funny.
They are not well.
But on the flip side, I've been surprised by some men where I'm like, there's no way this dude is into me. And then dude was into me.
Yeah.
So I have pulled some pieces. I know what that feels like. Damn, he is fine. And you're like, look at this fine. I be pulling some fine ass, well built men with muscles love fat girl. I'm talking about built to the T. They love juicy women. Them in shape men love. Ooh, I got me some fine ass men.
And it's always like the people that are constantly working out that are hitting me. Like, I don't get that. Like, is it
because a lot of them started as fat kids, so they like
that rebellious attitude from
a lot of muscular fatties. A lot of guys with muscles were fatties at one point.
And I also believe if you have like that sensual fucking love for food, then you also have a sensual fucking love for sex. Like they're so interconnected.
Right.
Like there's that hunger, that like
can't be satiated.
Yeah. They're
they're
very interconnected.
You know how hard it is to watch your diet if you're with a guy who's in wonderful shape and I'm not, and we're eating all the most fattening foods in the world with the most amazing liquor with it, and you know you're gonna fuck, and then afterwards you're like, none of that food was on my goddamn diet. But you realize you're like, I gotta live my life.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes you and him get turned on. How do you cut that off? Because
you have to eat whatever you want to eat. You're so cute, and also you don't have that many good years left.
And you need to tell him you need to fuck all that food off of me, son. You better work me out.
Yes.
When I get tired, you better flip me the fuck over and start again.
That's why doggy style is also better, because you can throw up while he's fucking you.
Oh.
All that good dinner. No, too far. Sorry.
I saw what he mentions. Like I added up the weight. I was like, oh, no wonder I'm not a problem for you. I'm nothing. You can bench that. You can lift this.
I will tell you this. I always say date taller men, because my baby's dad now, he's almost 6'5", and I'm only 5'5". And I would wonder why he'd just be looking down. I'm like, damn, you look so good. You look so good. And I realized he is my perfect selfie height. So all he's seeing is what I see from up here. He's not getting, because I'm chubbier here, but from up here with my pictures, I be so thin. And I'm like, oh shit, he's looking down at me at my selfie height. That's
why your angle. He as tall as your good angles. I feel you.
Right.
No, oh my God. I was like,
he's looking at your titties, Kanisha. Come on.
The tall guy thing though is a crapshoot, because whenever I've gotten a guy that's not tall, they've always been just.
I love a short man.
Oh yeah.
Good in bed.
Crazy, the big guys be lacking, and then them little dudes be packing. It's like, what's going on?
And they're always ready to fight for you. They've been beaten up so many times.
No, she's right, because little men have a complex. You're right, Amy. That's hilarious.
I've had so many tall guys. And you know how you get excited? You're waiting like the whole night, like tonight's the night. I'm gonna meet it. I'm gonna see it. And then you see it, and you're like, "What? This guy is 6'6" or 6'4" or 6'3", and it's so sad. It makes me want. You want to like go home right then and there. Like, this is not what I signed up for.
That's the best part about being a lesbian. That is the best part about being. There's no size disappointment.
You never saw a surprise pussy, Jen? You never saw.
Listen. I always assumed that everyone's looked like mine, and mine is a pretty, pretty little tiny flower. And
prove it.
Southern Magnolia.
I met one that had draw down shades, like shit was rolling out of it.
Flappy ones?
There were things that were hanging, and nothing on me hangs. Nothing on me hangs. And so I was very surprised to have to draw back curtains to get to what I was trying to get to, but
oh my God.
So I have been surprised, but in general, there's not much going on down there that you can't deal with as a lady.
I've never seen one up close, face to face. I would stare at it.
You haven't? Jackie. No. They're beautiful. They taste and smell just like
I've seen a lot of porn. I've seen mindless amounts of porn. But if I ever got to see one in person, I would spend the first 10 minutes just looking at it before I would even touch it.
Licking on
fascinated.
Girl, everybody in my family is so open, girl. We'll lay on the bed and cock our legs open and be like, girl, is something going on down there? I mean, I didn't see everybody's coochie, okay? I mean,
you're like, is that a hair bump, or should I call a doctor?
Yeah. My sister was hot too. I was like, listen, I need
Lord.
Until I got, because I would take the hair off myself, I would use Nair. Yeah. And hair is a big problem when it comes to a hair being ingrown or a bump.
Yeah.
And after a while, I'm like, that's never been herpes. That's a hair bump because it disappears. Yeah. But when you don't know what it is, you're like, ooh, I'm calling everybody and cursing all of them off.
My doctor laughed.
Calling people to take the photo for me because I can't reach that shit.
I be having a video.
Use a selfie stick, Sharon. It works great.
I was about to say, it's
There
hard
ain't no
to get a
selfie
good,
stick long enough.
it's hard to
How
get a
do you
good
feel
vagina picture with
How
your
do you
own
guys
hand.
feel about sending nudes? Do guys ask you to send nudes? As a big girl, how do you feel? Like,
Look,
feel
I'm
like-
not a. I was gonna say
I've
I'm not a
only sent
prude.
one. I sent one years ago, but I was in a fishnet jumpsuit.
What?
Ooh.
Can we all get a photo of that? Can you put it up?
And here's
You share your screen.
he just put it right there in the corner, right there. And here's the thing, though, I gave him a crotch shot because I wasn't giving the rule. I thought the rule was you can do whatever you want in pictures and video, but no head. You get no.
That
picture.
used to be the rule. These new motherfuckers crazy.
I never put my face in just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah,
corny noticeable tattoos, recognizable tattoos.
To this day, when I see him, he's always like, "I still got the picture on my phone." I'm like, "You don't got my face, so you don't got shit." I'll deny.
He's like,
Why
your
do
nails.
they say that though? That's so like I still got your picture. Like, okay, I told you to delete that shit. What the
Because
fuck?
here's the thing with me.
they're never gonna believe it.
He and I dated on and off years ago. But most men think if they fucked you in 2000, 1997,
Yeah.
2018, that there'll always be a chance you'll fuck them again.
I think that about every girl I've ever fucked.
See?
I appreciate
And now that you have a baby daddy, Kanisha, your baby daddy gonna think that too. Because my baby 18, my baby daddy still call me in the middle of the night. I'll be like, fool, it's over. We don't even have a baby no more. She grown.
It's over.
He's 37. Like he's a.
My ex-husband called it the juice card. He said all men think they got the juice card for life.
Yep.
And I'm like, and here's the thing, I don't got a problem with a guy going for it. They're predators, they're hunters, I know that. But my problem is their reaction when I say no. Like I'll get a text.
Oh yeah.
I get a
You
text.
gotta that's the key is you gotta be cool and respect. I'm always gonna ask.
Yeah, I don't care
If I've been there once, I
problem.
want to go again. I wouldn't have come back.
Shoot your shot. I be a
Yeah.
man and go for it.
Yeah.
But it's the reaction when I say no. And they're like, oh, you wasn't acting like that. I'm like, that was in 97, asshole. You think I think about you?
They do. They do.
They don't understand how we wipe them clean from the memory. Especially if it was,
So you don't go back to anyone that you fucked before? You don't
many times. But I go back to the ones that were talented in bed. I don't go back to
in
all
desperate
of them.
times. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you pick the ones you want to go back to. You don't go back to all of them because most of them were a waste of energy.
Wait, have any of y'all had any news since any new dick or new lovers since the beginning of COVID? I guess like.
Yes, I had a big girl.
Yeah, she came over.
Did.
What?
I feel like I'm not in
I
the.
flew her in.
Get the fuck out. Look, I'm 40 minutes south.
I hadn't had sex for 6 years, and then quarantine hit, and then started living my life.
And you had it?
A pandemic, so.
Oh, so wait, you started having sex during the pandemic.
Good.
Ain't nobody about to die without getting no ass. So.
See, Mother Nature. Some people need Popeyes. Some people need pussy. You know
That's a T-shirt.
Love that pussy from Popeyes.
Love that pussy from Popeyes.
Oh God, I started getting regular dick when this quarantine started. Right when it began. And because he and I were in the room together when CNN's like, everybody's shut down, we're closing life. And he and I were like, well, it's too late now, whatever, all of your stuff is all over my body right now to begin with.
Right, now we both got it.
I'm sure there's COVID in some of the semen someplace, so we might as well just start
Lord
from here.
help us.
I live with a man ain't getting none. Ain't this it? This baby. We got a new baby. They say no. I don't know.
15 months you had a baby.
I know, and she is enduring teething right now, so it ain't. We all irritated. Ain't nothing sexy around here.
Not even a quick one.
No, no. Teething is it's a lot going on, and we're
You don't
irritated.
even make him do you. You don't even be like, get down.
Get down.
That's the way
you're not supposed to see somebody you love this much. I'm telling you, you're not supposed to say we're in a 1-bedroom apartment with a new baby. No, you can't. So when we switch off, I'm going to the room by myself. You be with the baby, and then I'll go to the room, and she don't go to bed till 2, 3 in the morning. She don't give a fuck.
Well, that's your fault.
Ow. God.
Get that baby some Benadryl, set her ass.
I was gonna say she a year now. Put some cereal in that bottle. Her has to be
right. Make her drive the car.
Listen, I'm telling you, she don't go to sleep.
You can start giving that child diabetes right fucking now. Put some white rice cereal in that bottle.
Right.
So let me eat rice. It's a hybrid food. She don't eat no hybrid foods. That's why she up. She got energy. She don't eat no hybrid foods, no carbs, no nothing.
Y'all got this baby on fucking keto. Who here? Why the baby's all hyped up?
Who here has taken any drastic measures to lose weight? Any diets you tried that were ridiculous that you did?
In the past, all of them, every single one.
What, Amy? What?
It's been a long time. I don't diet anymore, but yeah, I mean, I've been fully anorexic, bulimic, like keto. I mean, all kinds of shit.
I've been anorexic 15 years, still fat. Keep going.
Shit, I've been seriously considering a tummy tuck because I'm tired. I don't want to. Like sometimes I want to go get lipo, like for real. Like I've been
just pay.
And I want my titties lifted up. I haven't done it yet, but I've been really thinking about it. Like
I'm open to the body. I'm not the face. I will never touch. But will I let a doctor get up all in here and move stuff around? Sure.
Absolutely.
Crack seems so much cheaper, yo. Like, you know what? I'd be like, you know what? If I smoke crack for like 4 months,
I've done that. I've done the cocaine diet for a few years.
Did you get skinny?
Yes, very skinny.
See?
And I had fun.
Why'd you stop?
No remorse. Mary, have you done any wild diets?
When I was in middle school, I was given diet pills by mom.
Benjamin was probably.
Yeah, my mother gave them to me.
Yeah, and I'm constantly being given like these ideas of like, oh, lap band or gastric or whatever. And right now I feel like I don't want to do that because I know I can still do it on my own if I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I just don't want to go under the knife if I know I could do it. But I've been given diet pills, and actually in high school I was considering coke to lose weight until my friend slapped the shit out of me, and then I was like, okay, never mind. But pills, for sure, pills I've done, and they work. I mean, it's legal speed almost. I feel like.
Yeah.
Was it the amphetamine? Because I got really skinny on amphetamine.
The amphetamine pills diet. I was on it when it was hot. When I tell you the weight came off, my coworkers are like, "What?" It came off abnormally fast.
Yeah, but it made you feel like your heart was gonna explode.
Yes. If you want to work out,
you just woo.
Well, you took one pill and you were high as fuck for hours.
Break it in half because that shit was crazy.
You had the jitters. You were paranoid. But I went from a size 14 to like an 8 in like less than 3 weeks.
That too short birthday, that was amphetamine. That little outfit I showed you was amphetamine.
And I forget, was it Rosie O'Donnell? Somebody got on TV and fucked it up and took it off.
Oprah.
And I'm like, bitch, we are doing fine.
My house is clean. I
have all the
now. My eyebrows are plucked. My house is clean.
I'm voluntarily going to a pool party. Why are you?
My car is detailed.
I
have self-esteem.
Because they have people were having heart attacks and and all kind of blood pressure issues, and I'm like,
it's speed.
I'm like, but the majority
and
of
you had no appetite. None. I was
never they need to. Matter of fact, now that we talking about it, they need to bring that shit back. That
was part of the problem. I
bet Bill Cosby hung on to some of those. If he was hanging on to Quaaludes, I bet he kept some ionamine somewhere in a fucking drawer.
The ephedrine
you and make you skinny again.
That's right.
It cut off your appetite. Like you didn't want food.
No.
Oh no, there's somewhere you could get it. It's right by the airport. I could still get it, and it's supposed to be a safer version of it. But yeah, and they give you the B12 shots and everything, and you get the
that shit scary too, though.
They had another one too. They had the hormone shot that I had a girlfriend take, and I forget HCG or H.
Oh no, I don't know that one.
Human growth hormone.
Talking about.
No, not that. But it was something. It was a hormone you took, and it made you lose. I've done
I think I take is CBD and THC.
Yep. Thank you.
And
well, I did Herbalife, and that shit destroyed my life for 2 years. I became allergic to green vegetables for 2 years, and I'm like, let me pick up the pictures. I had to take medicine for almost 4 years before it finally went away. I would be covered in hives randomly every day if I even smelt something green. I was like, to already be big and then tell people you're allergic to veggies is some fat ass shit to have to say. Be like, you want some salad? Be like, no, I'm allergic to salad, and it's not even funny. I can't eat spinach to this day, like the darker. For some reason, I can eat kale, but if I even smell spinach, my shit is all fucked up. And that's off Herbalife. I ended up in the hospital. I couldn't breathe, everything. And the doctor asked me, he was like, what are you doing? I said, Herbalife. He said, are you taking the tea, the pills, everything? I was like, yeah. He was like, so many people are having problems from this. And when I start posting the videos and pictures of it online, so many people are like, oh shit, this happened to me, this happened to me. So every time somebody say Herbalife, I damn near sock somebody, like, don't even mention that shit to me, because it almost
does that. That's crazy.
That's the last that's the last time I've ever done anything, was that Herbalife was the end of it for me.
It's so fucked up what we do to ourselves. I mean, you're perfect right now. Like, it's crazy. It's
you
sick.
are beautiful.
That's where
what they say.
I'd eat out right now.
I've gotten to a place where I joined Weight Watchers because it's a group thing with a bunch of people who are really serious about it.
I'm in it.
But I have to be in the proper headspace to want to be on a program. And I'm like, why? The quarantine, this is the worst time.
It's not the time, Jackie.
To get this shit together. I can't. I want ice cream right now. I want to put on sweatpants only to get into the car, to go to a store, to buy a pint of anything.
So the points are not helping you at all.
Delivered now.
Because I was thinking about Weight Watchers. The points, you still hungry? Like, it's not.
No,
it's
Weight
not
Watchers is good
easy.
because you live a normal life. You just change your eating. It doesn't make you have to do anything. You can count the points and everything, but you eat so often regular, normal food. But you have to keep the grocery shopping up. That was when I fall off. I'm like, I finished that, now what? Where if you go to a program that gives you all the food like Jenny Craig, they're great, but you can only eat the shit that her company makes. You gotta go get it. You probably had it delivered now.
And it's not tasty. It's not tasty.
No,
I'm sorry.
I went there every week to get my bag of food, and the bag of food was like $100+. They're all
Jenny Craig?
Yeah.
She was like $250 a week.
Yeah. Oh. And then and then they still be like, well, now you got to go buy water and salad. I'm like, no. You need to go back in that employee fridge and steal somebody's water.
Right.
I'm not buying another goddamn thing. I gave you $200 just now, Stacey.
Right? I've always dreamt of like going on a long hiatus and then like losing a lot of weight and then just like making the reveal. So I feel
would
like
go to a fat farm.
Time, you know
what I mean? That now.
Okay. When I was in 6th grade, my parents sent me to a fat farm. I went to a fat farm over the summer, and it was right before I went to 9th grade because I was crying like I don't want to go to 9th grade fat because it was high school and I was all hyperventilating and shit. And my mom sent me to a fat farm by Magic Mountain, and it was 8 weeks, and they hiked our asses all up and down them mountains. I mean, it was terror. I was calling my mom on the phone like, I don't care, come get me. It was I hated it.
We're gonna write a movie about fat camps for
that would be funny. Because they work the shit out of you because you kids. You hike all day, you swim, and you only get to eat 3 meals, no snacks.
Right.
You go to bed in that cabin and they watch you.
That bullshit parfait. You were always on camera. Man, they made us bike like 13 miles. I went to Camp La Jolla, one of the Oprah sponsored bullshit things. Man, I never had so much so little food in my life and so much activity. We legit went on like 13-mile bike rides a day, and I went from like zero activity to all the activity.
That's scary. I went to so many summer camps, but they were never fat camps. We was eating. We had general store and all types.
But I were sad.
All summer camps became a fat camp because it was all more exercise than I'd done the whole fucking year before. So
I did watch The Shining at mine for some reason.
Oh my god!
No food and no play makes Sharon a fat bitch. I learned.
You have abuse for children?
It was, they showed us The Shining. I was like I want to say 9th grade, 10th grade, like summer before my 10th grade year. I lost like 14 pounds in the 2 weeks. It was legit, but
it must have been popular around that time because I went.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
That's because Oprah fucked us all. Fuck Oprah.
You know why? Because Oprah brought us on her journey of all these years of up and down. After a while, you're like, over, just go home and fry your chicken.
I know,
Stay fat, bitch.
gorgeous.
Never consistent. She just.
She looks good, big.
And then she went on ahead and bought Weight Watchers. We're like, bitch, you are just leading us down a path that we cannot follow. We can't, we can't go on ahead and buy Weight Watchers.
We never met any
Did
of
she
those
buy
people.
it?
She's a part of her
WW.
now, yeah.
Oh wow.
She's almost 70. At some point, eat the donut.
Right.
Oh yeah. Is she really?
Yeah.
Make Gail is your girlfriend and eat the donut. That's it.
And Stedman ain't going nowhere. Stedman ain't going nowhere. She could gain all the weight in the world. Stedman ain't leaving.
So she might as well.
And Gail ain't either. No.
Right.
If I'm not my ideal weight by 70, I'm not working on this shit. I'm telling you that now. If I hit 70 and I'm not my ideal weight, I don't give a fuck no more. Like,
Oh.
I mean, at this point.
70.
I feel sorry for my husband. As soon as I get married, I'm not dieting no more. Aha, nigga. Oh well.
What? No. I think whoever ends up marrying us, they know what they're getting.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to alter for
Yeah, the butt. That's the marriage hole.
That's what?
The marriage hole. The butt.
Really? I use that hole all the time. Is that only for marriage?
Yeah.
That's where you and I differ.
No, but I had a joke because I'm not a virgin, so I said I'm saving my ass for marriage. So when men ask me to,
Like a reverse Catholic.
I'm saving that hole for marriage.
Oh, go on ahead and use the hole. We're gonna die. It's a quarantine. use all the holes. Let them try and put it in your ears. You try and get it in your eye. We're gonna die.
Holes. I have to say, have you guys encountered weird fetish guys that are really into big girls? This one guy hit me up on POF talking about he wanted to fuck my belly. Like my belly button.
They'll fuck between the rolls and shit.
Yeah.
Those guys are weird.
Will you send me a video of you sitting on a cake?
I don't like fetish. Any dudes with fetish men turn me off.
They'll feed you and have sex with you and want you to eat, and they be putting.
I was gonna say that. Let me tell you, I got approached after a show, and they said you could be a big girl, a girl that eats watermelon and then have sex with the food. You put it in between your titties, and they pay you. And it's just food, cucumbers and shit. I thought about it because
I was gonna say, send me the number, bitch.
Food, but
wait, where do you do this at, on camera?
Yeah, you do it on camera. Like you eat the watermelon and you let the juice go all down. And you like, oh, and then you take the rind and you put it all in between you. And I mean, they love it. It's like this fat fetish shit, and they love it.
Maybe only fans page on Instagram.
Yeah, like 10,000 a month. You can get paid.
Well, I'll be getting paid. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did have a fella ask me to drink a jug of milk on camera once, and I was like,
did you do it?
No, I didn't know why he wanted me to do it.
Like a gallon of milk? That's a lot of milk.
Like just chug a gallon. He wanted me to just chug a gallon of milk and like let it just.
Oh
yeah.
I had my clothes on, everything, but I was like, no, I feel like that's.
It's sexual. I've had to do it with champagne.
You're gonna have to Venmo me first.
Like coming
I'm
off
about to say, you want to cash at me first? I'll do all that stuff.
Well, also, like I have a very sensitive tummy and I'm a little lactose intolerant, so I
wouldn't even open my mouth. They like the gargle sound. Let it gargle and just go. I've done this before.
I'm not lying. We could all be getting paid right now on OnlyFans to make out with sweet potatoes, and we sit here.
Just take a banana, unpeel it, and just be like this, and
Yes.
Wow.
And then check my Cash App. Like, oh, that was easy.
When I tell you I'm about to start a OnlyFans doing this shit,
about to happen.
And then you'd be like, Mom, it's not porn. Stop tripping. All right, lady.
Paying me. It's fine.
All right, did anybody set any kind of weight loss goals when the quarantine started, or did you decide?
No way.
I'm going to
Just
Cabo.
not to get bigger.
I'm waiting for this shit to end so I can eat pizza right now. How long is the show?
We're leaving. This is it. I was talking to Dustin Nickerson, a comic friend Amy knows, and we were talking about the quarantine weight gain. And he was like, he wears flannel shirts on stage. He said he knew that the quarantine weight was real because he has to wear a cute t-shirt under the flannel because he can't. He said when you can't do your button down styles anymore because now everything got to stay open. That's how you knew.
Yeah, now they're like jackets.
Yeah.
Layering. Us big girls know about layering.
Yep.
About time these boys do.
Why don't you just wear it open, just like a little jacket? Just wear it open like a little jacket.
Look, because you know this don't
cute.
Because you know another 10 pounds and everything will button nice and easily, but for that 10 pounds be like, no, this is a jacket. Looks good open. It's just
I'm just trying not to get to my 600-pound life. That's all.
Right? I don't want that to be my
always
one
have
credit.
a man. Do you notice that
I
they
lost
always
my
have a
COVID-19.
man?
Amira,
It's true.
Or
All
nice
that
day,
show-
fiance.
all that show has taught me is that you could be a big bitch and still catch a man.
He's gonna
Yeah.
bring you the deep fryer to cook.
No,
from your
I see one of them wipe her down like a Cadillac. Just wipe her down like a Cadillac. She couldn't
No.
take a bath. I was like, what the fuck?
When they start frying chicken in bed and shit, that's when it gets amazing. When they bring the air fryer or the frying pan or the hot plate to the bed and cook. That is the only time I'm like, girl, now you've gone too far.
That is
I'm like, you know what? She's fat. I'm fat. I get it. Are you deep frying under your pillows? All right.
Yes.
You know what? I can't support
with the flour too. She had the flour.
Where'd you get the pound of meat from? You didn't. That's crazy.
And the boyfriend or husband is a facilitator and is helping, and I'm just like,
Just smiling too. They be grinning, yo.
It's always some little guy too.
Right.
Some little like weaselly, like just pussy of a man who's just being bossed around by Jabba the Hutt.
Like, where's your self-esteem?
That one girl lost weight and he left her because of it. He left her.
some guys don't want you. Some guys, when they get you fat, your job is to stay that way. Some of them don't want to see you transform.
And
the transformation is our head, not theirs.
They get jealous.
That's fucked up too, because what if it's messing with your health? Like, wouldn't you rather he want you to be healthy and happy instead of just, big or fetishized?
Girl, wouldn't it be lovely if men wanted the best
I was like,
for us? Wouldn't that be nice? If men just wanted what was best for women, that'd be lovely.
I don't have a lot of experience with men. I'm sorry.
No, you're not
either.
You're not missing shit. If I could get my virginity back, I would. You're not missing.
Oh my God.
That would be my superpower, Jeff.
And I would auction it off. I would auction this pussy off to the highest bidder.
Yes.
Where are we starting the bidding? Where are we starting the bidding?
You see, Mary, I'll tell you, you didn't miss a goddamn thing with being a virgin late.
Nothing. I lost my virginity to a nigga in a gang called Players Only Live Once, okay? And they all had a polo tattoo. So
I lost my virginity to a Marine by the name of Stick.
Stick.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
If you must have a name, I like the name Stick. I lost my virginity to, I'm 5'4", to a guy shorter than me.
Yes, Jackie.
No, it wasn't. He wasn't a prize. He was, and I got pregnant the first time I did it. So I have nothing good to recall from the first time. I could do it again. I would auction that shit off and start all over again.
I remember.
Do you see how we've circled back to the stairs? Did you guys just feel that?
I was a 90s teen mom. There were no stairs in my future, but
who did you lose yours to, Sharon?
What?
Who did you lose your virginity to?
His name was Stick. I was 16 years old, and we went to the Marine base. Me and a lot of girlfriends. We used to go to the Marine base. It's now called the Great Park, where the El Toro Marine Corps Air Station used to be. Now it's called the Great Park, and I like to think they named it after my vagina. Because I served a lot of the few and the proud. All that dick. Yeah,
Amy, how'd you lose yours?
To my boyfriend that I loved, who was like 5'7" and still has like one of the biggest dicks I've ever seen, and I've seen like 1,000.
Wow.
And it was good the first time?
Well, we had been doing everything else for 3 years because I was Baptist, so I was just like sucking dick and then.
Yeah. Amen.
I was Baptist.
I was just out there just
I was saving myself, but then one day, like 3 years in, I just was like, let's just do it. Like, we're in college. This is crazy. But, and then he became a Google millionaire. It's fucked up. He's got another wife now. It's all, I think about that penis all the time. It was huge.
Oh wait, no.
Wow.
I
And
think
a
about it.
millionaire.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at.
I think about the dick more than I think about his money.
But I mean, a millionaire and a big dick, that's like a shooting star.
I know.
That's right. That's way more rare than a unicorn.
It is.
Oh God.
And then he had gotten a divorce in like when we were in our early 30s, and we fucked again. I fucked the person I lost my virginity to 20 years later, and it was so good. And I was like, "Oh, I've been thinking about your dick for 20 years," and he's like, "I literally never think about you." But
Kamira, how'd you lose yours?
Oh, my baby's father.
Okay, look at y'all.
Aw.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. In high school, I mean, I've been fucking him. Well, I don't fuck him no more, but we was 9th grade all the way until I had her.
Wow. Consistent when you're young.
That's why he's still hitting you up.
No, you're still fresh on his mind. Okay, Mary, how and when did you lose yours?
I was 16. He was 18. We were both virgins, and it sucked.
It was
because we both didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It was okay. I think he was more damaged after than I was, to be honest.
You ruined that motherfucker. You ruined him.
I did.
Because he tried, and you were like, "This is horrible." Let's just admit it. But his ego.
Look, the first time he took it out, like we were just messing around, and then it moved on its own, and I didn't know why it did that, so I freaked out and I stopped it, and then we did it.
Because of your body, Mary. It moved because of your body.
It's a magic trick now.
What the fuck? Why is it doing that? Like he wasn't even touching it; it just went like that. And I was
still don't know when they're doing it or when it's inadvertent. I think they'd be lying.
Right.
But okay, Jen, when and how did you lose yours?
To a boy, I lost it when I was probably 16. A boy named Danny Janice. My mother, when she got a new car, she gave me her mom van. So I had a van when I was in like 10th grade.
Nice.
So this boy made some comment to me, and I was like, I got a van, let's go. So and I remember him being inside of me and me being like, this is it. This is boy sex.
Same way. Yep.
This is boring as fuck. So then probably a month later, I fucked my best friend at the time in high school. And that was fan-fucking-tastic. And I'm not going to say her name because, right, she's a human being who I still know. So, but it was, and that was great and wonderful and so much better. And I was like, oh, this is the way to go. This is
yeah, well, the first few times I did it, always horrible, just horrible. And then the guy that's in my life now, he was the first time I did it where it felt good. Like he was the first good. I'm like, oh, this is what the big deal is. Oh, I get it. He was the one I thought.
Oh, so the guy you're with now, you were with before?
Yeah, 30 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, but I didn't live there. He didn't. We were crossing paths. But he was my first good experience. I had like 3 before him, all trash. And then I had him, and I was like, oh, I get it now.
Well, I had a baby before I had an orgasm, so you know that's not.
I always had orgasms. I never understood what that was for girls who were like, you know, I may not come. What are you fucking talking about? I've never had that problem.
I always get really sad for girls when I hear it. It's very common. A lot of women have never had orgasms.
Cannot. It don't happen. That's why, like, sex has no ending for me. I just have sex, but there's no ending. So, like, I never been dickmatized because I have no ending. And everybody I've been with thinks they are the one to make me, but you know, because you can't hurt egos. But I envy everybody who can because
you don't have orgasms.
20% of women only can.
Wait. You don't have orgasms with the dick or with everything?
With everything, and I never really been a fan of head, like of getting head until recently because of him. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what it is. But like, I've been a masturbation queen my whole life, and it's just I don't get that same feeling that everybody gets from sex. Sex feels good, but I have no ending.
You come when you masturbate.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
So you only come from clitoral stimulation, not from penetration. There's a lot of us that's true.
Less than 30% of women have orgasms through penetration with a penis.
20%.
And a lot of guys think, well, I was in you, and that had nothing to do with coming. A lot of men don't know that coming has nothing to do with penetration.
Okay, so let's have an orgasm talk. When you guys are having sex, are you doing this? Are you?
What is that?
Helping yourself out?
Yeah, are you helping yourself out? Are you doing
Absolutely.
are you doing pussy muscles? Are you squeezing?
Yeah.
I do at the end to get the stuff, to get them hooked, but not throughout it.
Well, no, because the squeezing helps with your orgasm. Believe it or not, you have to. Yeah, I mean, I come. I mean, this is some bullshit. I mean,
I do it at the end when they are, because I know it makes them go crazy, but I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for them.
No, it's for them and for you, because the more it's kind of like how when they pump, it pumps them up, like when you, because naturally he's supposed to make you start pulsating, but you can start it off yourself and then you'll get yourself there by being on. I mean, is anybody agreeing? Because I see you down at the bottom, Sharon. You know what I'm talking about with the pulsate? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about with the pulsating, like helping, like that helps me come.
I gotta do something.
I'm gonna be very honest. I come every other minute. Like
my sister's like that.
Oh, I hate bitches like you.
I'm sorry. And
fuck you, Mary.
Fuck
yeah.
You.
Yeah.
My sister's like that. She's like, oh, if you touch me, it's over. And I'm just sitting there going.
I'm like, I need everything, nipple, and I need all the nipple and neck work possible beforehand, before we even get like remotely interested.
You come to intercourse, Amy?
No, but I'm always doing other stuff. Or like, they just have to go down on me before we all the way fuck, and then so I already came, so I'm like, whatever, just pump it away.
I'm there. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why we trade my partners out. I was like, all right, listen.
I mean, you guys have never I've gotten my breast sucked and had an orgasm.
Yep.
I can, but it takes a long time, like an hour.
What? I'm so jealous. I'm hurt. Every time I hear women be so excited, I'd be like, the hype is not there for me.
I've been coming in my sleep a lot because my boyfriend's been out of town, and then I have filthy dreams, and then I wake up coming.
Me too. I have those every night.
I'm jealous.
I have orgasms in my sleep all the time, where I wake up with some other guy on my mind. Yes. I'm a 14-year-old boy.
And then you're like, I was thinking about you, honey. I was dreaming about you.
Yeah.
I have sex dreams.
I
had a dream.
What?
I remember I had a dream that I was having anal sex with Fat Albert on a bike going down a hill. And that felt really and it was I was like 17 at the time. It was hella random. But I don't get to come in.
I was gonna ask, did you at least come?
No.
Hey.
That's a problem.
He didn't put his belly on your back.
We're on the bike. It's weird.
No guy can make me come as efficiently as I can with my own right hand. Quickly, I mean like less than 3 minutes. But
I bet Jen could.
Oh yeah, Jen.
Challenge accepted.
Jen's just sitting here all quiet, like I will make all these bitches come.
I do have a lot of skills. I will say that.
Okay,
well, she's a woman, so
it's a good time to
I
ask you. What do you find? What is the most effective way you have found to make a woman come without penetrating her?
I like the finger on the G spot with the slight come here motion while I'm licking her clit.
That is a powerful orgasm.
Thank you, Jen. Thank
you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, Jen.
And I'm really like, I have a little, I get, especially if there's music playing, I've had girls be like, are you fucking me to the beat? But I am. I get in like a rhythm with doing it, and like where you're gonna come. I mean, I don't know about, I don't want to say anything to you because you clearly have something medically wrong.
I feel like this connection between Jen and Kanisha needs to be explored. I feel like she's not coming, and I feel like Jen, come on, like I feel like
willing to put in the work, Kanisha, to do the research.
We're trying to tap into another part of your body.
No.
I just want to pull a Jackie and break up with 48 hours and go
fight with the titties.
I I didn't hear anything but fist fight with the.
That's all I want to see. If I see the fist fight with the titties, ooh, it motivates me.
Really now, do that.
Motivation. Yes.
Jesus.
They're so good.
I am not made of wood.
They're mesmerizing.
Oh my gosh.
This
All right, we're gonna close out on Kanisha's mesmerizing titties.
I just want to know who could babysit because y'all got me worked up.
Look, if the husband's on the table,
Where are you, Kanisha? Where are you?
I'll come babysit and then go see Jen for a few hours.
We about to carpool around that motherfucker.
Children love me. Husbands do too. I have to warn you though.
Like, Tag, you're it. Thank you. All right, ladies.
Somebody got to keep notes. All right.
Y'all have been on here for a while. I'm sorry. I thank you guys for joining the talk. I'm gonna bounce back and forth. We'll do more of these. We can get deeper into why we are perfect the way we are.
Yes.
Can I get amen?
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Thank
Thank you,
Jackie.
ladies.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.